The following episode will contain spoilers. You have been warned.
You're listening to Cinema IRL, the podcast that throws you into the movie and asks the question, what would you do? One question IQ test. You find an ancient Aztecan death whistle. Do you blow it? If you said yes, you get what you get. But for everyone else, hopefully everyone, Amber and Scott discuss whistle. And now, Cinema IRL.
I wish I could switch places for just one day.
What would you do?
Put yourself in my shoes.
How do we handle this?
What would you do?
Put yourself in my position.
What would you do?
Now it's your turn.
I can't say that I'm too shocked that there was a lot of deaths in this movie.
I mean, horror movies usually do tend to rack up the body count.
Well, that's what you get when you don't sanitize the whistle. Good Lord. How many mouths has that thing been on?
Oh.
All sorts of germs and diseases.
I think germs and diseases is the least of these people's problems, though. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Cinema IRL. This episode, we're talking about Whistle. A group of unwitting high school students stumble upon a cursed object, an ancient Aztec death whistle. They discover that blowing the whistle and the terrifying sound it emits will summon their future deaths to hunt them down. As the body count rises, the friends investigate the origins of the deadly artifact in a desperate attempt to stop the horrifying chain of events that they have set in motion.
Yeah, that's, I'm just going to go straight to the ultimate what would you do in this movie.
Okay.
If you had a whistle that was inside of an urn that had a skull actually engraved into it, clearly an ancient artifact, would you blow it?
See, here's the thing. It's horror movies that have made that a bad thing. Actually, oh my gosh, I just remembered. Okay, I know this reference is going to supersede someone's age because there is cable and Nick at Night and all the other things that people saw old shows on. The episode of the Brady Bunch where they blow some sort of flute or something, some sort of whistle, and all these bad things start happening when they're on vacation in Hawaii. Do you know this episode?
Didn't see it, but maybe the producers of this movie were a fan of the Brady Bunch.
Oh, okay. It's one of the most iconic episodes. Anyway, yeah. So
I didn't really watch the show, period.
But TV and theater movies have taught us that, yes, ancient artifacts are scary and evil.
Yeah, pretty much. Especially if they're Aztecan or Mayan. They were some rough people.
There are some definitely angry spirits tied up in some of those artifacts. So let's just...
Have we even said the name of the movie yet?
Yeah, Whistle.
Oh, Whistle, okay.
So let's make this really clear out of the gate because it kind of took a second to figure out what was happening in the movie. So when someone blows the whistle, they hear it, and anyone that they're around hears it. They are then cast with this imminent demise where their future death self, so if character A died in a fire and character B was in a car crash and cut in half by a train, those ghosts of who they were when they died will come, they will take them now and kill them at their current age, but replicate the method that they died. And so when they die, if they got you when you were 20 but you died at 80, you're going to look like an 80-year-old, and the person who got sliced in half with the train will get sliced in half because that's how they died. So you are summoning your future death self to come and kill you in the manner that you died in the future. Kind of gory stuff.
I think Grace and Mr. Craven had it best, though.
So the movie starts off with one of the young guys on the basketball team kind of getting fried alive. And we're like, what is that about? Is that some sort of evil spirit?
Fried alive while he's in the shower.
Yes. And then the new kid at school, Chris, she finds the artifact with the whistle in the little container in her locker when she joins the school, and it was the kid who died, his old locker. And she shows it to a teacher who, in a sleazy way, says, oh, yeah, this isn't yours. You shouldn't have it. confiscates it, and then tries to sell it. But when he gets to the point on the website that says, is this in working condition? He basically thinks, I don't know, let me try. And he blows it.
What? Why do you care? Like, the person who's buying this, they're not going to blow it. This thing's going behind glass somewhere.
Are you kidding me? Of course someone's going to blow it. It's a whistle. Have you not found things in the course of your life that are a whistle and you blow it, or anything that looks like a whistle or a flute? Do you not blow it?
Not a black skull engraved whistle inside of a black urn.
See, but you're only saying that because you've seen horror movies about this. If you hadn't seen horror movies about this, you probably wouldn't be scared.
Oh, I'm not going to be scared because I'm not going to blow it.
But you wouldn't have had the pre-education of the scary movie to tell you to be frightened.
You know what? Some things are just common sense. Don't blow that whistle.
So anyway, the teacher who basically takes this and tries to sell it, blows it, and he dies in a weird way. And this was the first death after the young basketball player died. And he all of a sudden starts losing his hair. And I'm like, why is he losing his hair? What's happening with this? And that's when we ultimately, after that, discovered that people are being dyed in the way that they die. And it turns out he had lung cancer. So from chemo, he did not have any hair. So it escalated to what he looked like.
But if you're going to go from lung cancer, I think it all happening in like a 10 to 15 second span, that's pretty good.
I don't know. If heaven forbid you're in that situation, you know it's coming. You can plan, opposed to, hey, I went to work today and then I came home dead.
Yeah, well,
so
don't blow whistles.
One of the kids comes back, takes the whistle, and brings it to a pool party with a bunch of the group, and one of the girls blows it, and all of them hear, and now the ink is set, the curse is loose, and everyone is going to die. But they don't know this quite yet until they start putting pieces together. So obviously, you've been very clear multiple times as a what would you do standpoint. If you see a scary anything with a skull, you are not going to blow it.
That's true. That is very true.
Thank you for joining us, everyone. This was Cinema IRL.
but for the sake of argument, let's say you weren't the one who blew it. But let's say you were within earshot when it got blown.
I would be very angry.
Oh, I would too. I'd be like, you're stupid. Why would you blow something that's clearly going to death you now?
That's clearly evil. Okay.
It's going to unalive you.
So they all start dying off one by one until there's only 3 left. And they go to the family house of the original basketball player who died, and they find like I think it's his grandma or his aunt or something like that. And she basically says the way to escape the curse is to put your blood on someone else. And so death just wants a body. It doesn't have to be yours. So you can mark them with your blood, and death will take them instead. And one of the characters, what's his name, Ren or Rise, something like that, nice kid, says Rye. Says, okay, I'm going to do that, and goes and apprehends the neighborhood youth pastor, who actually is a drug pusher.
Yeah, youth pastor / drug dealer.
Yeah, with a knife, and we're all bad dudes.
Yeah, that dude's pulled knives just like, oh, look, here, you cut me off in traffic, here's the knife. Or you looked at me funny, here's a knife. Dude, this dude was off his rocker.
Here's a knife? Where was he? He wasn't passing around knives. What are you talking about?
He's not handing them knives. He's showing them.
Oh, okay. Well, you're saying here's a knife, like he was giving them out like goodie bags or something.
No. He's just showing them his possession in a maybe slightly menacing fashion.
That didn't really happen. Why are you making things up?
I mean, he flashed his knife several times to people.
Well, he flashed it at the girls that were. Anyway.
They flashed it to Rye at the beginning, and then.
Yes, but not someone. The examples you just gave were made up. That didn't actually happen.
Yeah, it probably did. It was cut.
Cut. It was deleted. It's on the cutting room floor.
Yeah.
Okay. So he abducts this creepy, terrible human being, the youth pastor, Noah, and basically is saying, I'm going to survive this, and I'm going to mark Noah. And the 2 girls, Chris and Ellie, come in and say, no, that's not the way. That's not the way. And then sure enough, Ray ends up dying because he gets caught in all these grinders of the steel factory and basically just gets squeezed to death and starts exploding everywhere. Thanks, ladies. Thank you very much. What would I do? I'm going to tell my friend, oh no, don't kill the bad guy. You should die instead. We'll find another way. When he's literally saying, I've seen my death. I know how I die. What would I do?
I don't want to die that way.
I mean,
that dude's getting marked all over his body. I'm coating that dude in blood.
Yeah. What would I do? I would not tell my friend that they cannot try and save themselves. Especially if he has been smart enough and the film writers have been gracious enough to give us a legitimate bad guy. The bad guy can go bye-bye.
Yeah, this wasn't the greatest movie. Let's just say this. There's certainly...
It was better than Poor Things.
Yeah, probably.
Probably.
But mark them. Just mark them.
Who's them?
Whoever the bad guy is in this case. I use they, them pronouns. That youth pastor was a they, them.
So, youth pastor lives, and Rael dies a gruesome, terrible death. So he's literally just smithereens in a pile of just little flesh flakes and blood. And now it's the two girls left out of the entire group because everyone's died a gruesome death. And they decide, hey, we just need to serve up death. We can come back. Let's try and kill ourselves and then come back.
I just realized something. Mm-hmm. The movie people really missed out on an opportunity there.
What's that?
As Rhea was being like chopped up and it's like there's blood everywhere. Mm-hmm. They could have done a song deal for "It's Raining Men."
Wow.
Because he was raining over everyone at that point.
Yeah, it definitely was a red blood shower. It was something.
Yeah, that was a joke, boys and girls.
Yeah, I don't know if everyone knows, number one, my Brady Bunch story, nor your It's Raining Men disco reference.
Hallelujah.
We are dropping some cultural bombs that could very likely go over a lot of listeners' heads. But, Google it. It's,
You know?
Oh, gosh, who is it?
The Weather Girls.
The Weather Girls, that's right. Okay.
I don't know why I know that, but I do.
Well, it makes sense. I mean, raining, Weather Girls. Okay, so they decide, I'm going to kill you, bring you back, and then you can kill me, and I'll bring you back. What would you do if you were the last two remaining high schoolers, and this is where you were?
So here's the thing. From a logical progression at this point, I'm doing what they're doing. And the reason is from this point, it's been fairly established. This is how you die. And they both...
Yeah, because they see visions of the one that's coming after them. So some of them have advance notice.
Yeah,
not all of them.
None of those visions have them just laying there on the concrete, just having been killing themselves or something. Like that wasn't how they die. So if we know that's not how I die, then yeah, let's do this because you're not going to kill me this way.
Okay, but here's the thing, though. Really important. Chris sees herself ODing and she's all wet, but she sees herself ODing with a needle in her arm. And actually, that is how she died in this situation, is when the two girls were going to kill each other. Initially, Chris was going to kill Ellie first, but Ellie basically says, nah, I got you first, and sticks her with the needle and then dunks her in water. So her having a needle hanging out of her arm and being soaking wet was how she saw her death self.
And also, those death personas typically showed age, like of where they were. Hers was the same age as her.
Yeah.
So, it's coming soon. So, yeah. I mean,
you just said if they saw how they were dying, that's not how they're dying, but that actually is how she died.
Yeah. But you know what? She wanted to, Chris wanted to be the one to resurrect Ellie first. Mm-hmm. Hell no. Hell no. One of you works in a hospital, and the other one is used to ODing.
Used to ODing?
At least once.
Like it's
more
a
used to
hobby?
it than I am. So, yeah, you know what? Let's let the person who works in a hospital be the first one to resurrect, just so they make sure, or to resurrect Chris. That way, like, she has all the knowledge on how to do it.
That's a really good point. Yeah, Ellie works in an and she also is diabetic, so she's just to needles and insulin and whatnot.
Now that you're back from the dead, here's what I did. Do the same thing.
Yeah, and ultimately Ellie does bring Chris back, and but in the meantime, crazy Pastor Noah is angry and he's looking for vengeance, even though it's vengeance against the wrong people. He's basically, so the guy who kidnapped him initially is now, shredded blood shower, but he's like, what is this evil Satan worshiping devil stuff?
Also, I'd remind you that earlier in the movie, Chris did, like, really give him a gnarly cut on the nose.
Yeah.
Like, from the inside of the nostril out.
Yeah, but it just had an itsy-bitsy baby Band-Aid on it. I was like, oh, okay, that's a little tiny little Band-Aid. So, but he's at this point, he's like, let me in, I'm gonna get you, you devil worshippers. And Noah, the youth pastor, dips his fingers into the blood, which is Ellie's blood, on the ground, and basically like christens.
Marks himself.
What would you do? Would you ever put your finger in someone else's blood and put it on you? No!
I mean, if I'm Noah, maybe, but that's because I'm a prick.
I mean, no, you don't do that. You don't play with other people's blood. That's a terribly unsanitary and unhealthy thing to do.
As we were discussing the lack of sanitary requirements for blowing the whistle, I think sanitary wasn't exactly the prime thought at that point.
Okay, totally not a point worth talking about from a what would you do, but I want to know why that steel mill had buckets of ice for them to put in the water for them to drown them after being stuck with the needle. Why did this steel mill have buckets of ice?
Yeah, I don't even think it was a steel mill. It looked like it was the automotive shop next door. Like, I thought I saw something.
It was an industrial building of some sort.
Yeah, it looked like it was some form of like a... Either way, the point still holds.
Did they have a beverage bar somewhere in the back?
Yeah, where the hell are they getting all this ice? Because that's a lot of ice.
Yeah, most places don't have buckets and buckets of ice.
Like, even if you have a freezer...
Or even a cup of ice.
Like,
or ice trays.
Even if you have a freezer, like, it's not going to hold as much ice as went into that bucket. There were a lot of inconsistencies in this movie that did make me go, eh.
This isn't realistic. This movie about the Aztec whistle that people's future death comes and kills them wasn't very realistic.
Oh, no, I think that's very realistic. I am never blowing an Aztec death whistle.
We hope you enjoyed our episode. Thank you for listening. And to catch all the new episodes, please subscribe. We release 2 to 3 episodes weekly, so we'll have new content regularly. Until next time.